Hi, this is Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book on record episode to do. Today's book is The Wuzzles, Butterbear Surprise Guest for 1985. So let's get started.
This is the story of Butterbear's Surprise Guest. You can read along with me in your book. You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring like this. Let's begin now. In the skies above the land of Wuz, a tropical fruit storm was brewing. The sun had disappeared behind a purple cloud, and the wuzzles were scurrying for cover. Butterbear hurried out of the general store.
Thanks, Mr. Pat Cat. These bottles and jars should help get me through the storm.
Soon after Butterbear got home, there was a flash of green lightning and the fruit started to fall. But because of her trip to the store, Butterbear was ready. One cloud sprinkled lemon lime drops over her backyard, and she used the bottles to catch them. Another cloud dropped melon cherries. As they hit the roof and rolled down the spout, she filled jar after jar.
I just love tropical fruit storms. This will give me a whole year's supply of lemon lime soda and melon cherry juice.
Not every wuzzle had prepared for the storm. Lazy Croc was still lounging in a chair reading a comic book.
Oh, well, it could be worse. At least it isn't raining coconut melons.
As he spoke, a flurry of coconut melons came crashing through the roof.
My house! It's ruined! Where am I going to stay? Isn't that Butterbear's house over there? It sure looks nice and cozy.
Croc put on his most pathetic look and went visiting.
Excuse me, but could you suggest a nice rock I could crawl under until the storm ends?
Croc, you shouldn't be outside with that coal.
Croc wiped his nose.
I suppose you're right.
I was about to sit in front of the fire and have some hot honeyberry biscuits. Would you care to join me?
Hot diggity. I mean, if you're sure it isn't a bother.
Inside, Croc made himself right at home, and Butterbear brought out a plate full of biscuits. In spite of his illness, Croc managed to finish the biscuits in just under 2 minutes.
You're sure this is no trouble, Butterbear?
Of course not, Croc. It'll be nice to have company until the storm passes.
In fact, the storm had already passed, but Croc's buddies, Flizzard and Brat, were trying to make sure Butterbear didn't find out.
Keep those coconut melons coming, Brat. As long as you do, Croc will have plenty to eat and a nice warm place to stay.
But the coconut melons were running out. Before long, there was barely enough fruit left for a drizzle. The storm was over, but Croc was just starting to like his easy life at Butterbear's house. So he came up with another plan. While Butterbear was out of the room, he banged some pots and pans together, pretending he had fallen down the stairs. Butterbear rushed to his side.
Croc, are you all right?
Don't worry. It's only terrible pain. Nothing for you to worry your pretty head about.
As Croc moaned and groaned, Flizzard and Brat rushed through the door. Flizzard looked at the patient's leg.
I'm afraid it's broken, and you'll need a cast. Butterbear, this patient should have bed rest for the next 6 weeks.
Yes, of course. I'll see to it that Croc has the best care possible.
Over the next few days, Croc really settled in. Every time he was hungry, Butterbear cooked him some food. When he was cold, she even knitted him a blanket.
Don't work too hard, Butterbear. Any old king-size blanket'll do.
How's this one?
Great. In no time, I'll be strong enough to run my errands.
Errands? Croc, you're in no condition to go out. I'll run them for you.
As Butterbear was leaving, Croc asked asked her to roll him to the park for some fresh air.
Just a little farther, Butterbear. I'm sure the air will be even fresher on top of this hill.
Butterbear pushed and strained, wondering how much longer her guest was planning to stay. Later that afternoon, Bumbleion, Hoppopotamus, and Ellaroo came by for a visit. Hoppo couldn't believe how tired Butterbear looked.
What's the matter? You look too pooped to party. Poor Croc is sick and needs me to take care of him. But it sure is hard work.
Bumbleion wasn't convinced.
If I know Croc, he'll take you for everything you've got.
When Butterbear left to run some more errands, Croc leaped out of bed and began searching the house for food. He found it in the basement, where Butterbear had stored her lemon lime soda and melon cherry juice.
Hot diggity, paradise cellar. So sweet and rich. Rich. Hey, that gives me an idea.
Croc moved Butterbear's soda and jam to his house, then put on a disguise and began selling.
Step right up, folks. You're gonna love this stuff.
But Bumbleion wasn't buying it.
Okay, Croc, you can cut the phony disguise. Croc? Oh, no. I'm his brother, Wilbur Reddencrocker. Yeah, and I'm a Monkey Mouse's uncle.
When Butterbear got home, the first thing she did was go down to the basement. Croc made it back just in time to join her.
Croc, where's all my food?
Oh, you poor thing. The mole hogs wiped you out. They dug their way through the floor and ate everything inside.
What am I gonna do?
Croc handed her some money.
Take this and go to the store. I'll only charge 50% interest.
At the store, Butterbear met up with Bumbleion.
Butterbear, why are you here? You have a whole cellar full of food.
Not anymore. Croc said the mole hogs ate all of it.
Bumbleion thought back to the food Croc had been selling.
Butterbear, the only mole hog around here is Croc. I don't think he's sick at all. How would you like to get him out of your house?
I'd love to. That patient has worn my patience thin.
At Butterbear's house, Bumbleion asked Rhinoki and Moosel to make some medicine for the patient. They used garlic radish, pepper onion, all the worst things they could think of. Moosel tasted it.
It's awful.
Rhinoki turned to Bumbleion.
It's ready.
Butterbear dressed up as a doctor and took the brew into Croc.
Since you're so sick, Croc, I decided it was time you got some medicine. Swallow this and you'll feel like a changed Croc.
Croc gulped down a big spoonful.
Yo!
Did I make it too hot?
Hot! My tongue could start a forest fire.
Butterbear felt his head.
Uh-oh, you must have a fever. We'll have to break it.
She helped Croc into a bathtub filled with ice cubes.
This should cool you off, Croc. Of course, a cold drink might be good, too. Would you like an iced tea cola?
Croc shivered.
Are you kidding? Even your medicine would be better than that.
Well, if you insist.
Before Croc could object, Butterbear gave him another big spoonful. That afternoon, while Croc was taking a nap, Bumbleion and the others fastened the rest of the furniture to the ceiling. When Croc woke up, everything was upside down. Even Butterbear, who was wearing suction cup shoes.
Butterbear, I think I'm hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, no, Croc. You must have caught upside-down-itis. The only cure is more of my medicine.
Croc drew back in horror.
No, not that.
Croc leaped from the bed.
You know suddenly I'm feeling much better.
He raced out the door like a runaway plane train.
Let me out of here!
Butterbear breathed a sigh of relief.
I can't believe it. He's finally out of my house.
Moozle watched Croc disappear around a corner.
Hey, our medicine must have worked. His legs sure heal fast.
Rhinoki grinned.
That's because he's such a heel!
Butterbear turned to Bumblelion.
If it weren't for you, Croc might have stayed for months. Thank you for helping me out.
Well, Butterbear, you know what they say. A wuzzle in need is a friend indeed.
So this was the Wuzzles for 1985. The Wuzzy Butterbear special guest. Now I seen this TV show back in, I think, 85, 86. I think it came on Saturday in the morning time. By I think 8:30, 9 o'clock. And I was reading about it and I just found out that this thing only had 13 episodes. And I thought it ran longer than that. But I was little, so it must have been repeats. So please like and subscribe, share and comment, and have a groovy day. And our next book will be the Pop Sleeves.